What's up guys, it's Johnny from Transparency Cleaning Services, and today I want to talk to you about what I got at the Cleaning Expo. What's up guys, thanks for tuning in. So I went to the Cleaning Expo up in Coventry over the weekend. Well, I say over the weekend, I've literally just got back and it was a smooth drive. We stayed at the Village Hotel in Coventry the night before, which was Friday, yesterday. Had some nice dinner, had a few wines, and then head off there this morning at 10. It was awesome. There was so much going on. Saw loads of old friends, inspired by a lot of people with some great ideas, and I just love going there every year. It just kind of reignites that love for the job when you just see, the new kit that's coming out and what people have done. Like there was one guy that had designed a on and off button that goes on the water fed pole, and it connects to your pump, and you literally click of a button and turn the pump off straight away. Like, what a great idea. Just a simple, I just love it. But what I purchased probably saved in discounts like £400. Just little things that I've been needing. I just wanted to go through why I got it. So first of all, let's start off with the poles. I had these before. These are the high reach, ultra high reach. I had their first version and they put up a really good fight. They worked very hard. Now they got a new version out with better clamps, more solid clamps, and the most vital thing is these don't conduct electricity on the base pole, which is really, really important. As you see, it's got the look up sticker. I don't know if you can see that in the camera. There's a sticker on these poles which says remember Jason. Jason, God bless his soul, and all my thoughts go out to his family. He had an accident with a power line which took his life, and it's as simple as that. Just a simple, honest mistake. The poles got near it, and really bad things can happen. So just check when you're putting up towers, anything like that. You don't want to be. I think it's about, it might be 3 meters. You don't want to be near them for a good reason, because there's a lot of power going through them. So just do your 360. Wear your steel toe caps, your mask, your goggles when you're using chemicals and heavy kit. Like, just basic stuff, guys, especially if you're starting out. I know if you are starting out, you're on a budget usually, and it's not easy, but do the best you can. Don't neglect that side of things. And plus, professionalism. Like, if a customer looks out the window and you're doing all those things, not only are you obviously being safe, which is the vital, like it's the obvious thing, it's the most important thing over anything, making money, is being safe, but it shows you're serious and you're professional about your business and the service you provide, rather than just like whack a ladder up, no 1 foot in it, no heel bar on it, nothing, and you're just climbing up onto a roof. You've got a tower up, you've got roof ladder, you've got harnesses. Putting stuff in place to make sure you're safe is so important when you're using these, especially if you're starting out. Do a 360, do a risk assessment, as you should be anyway. But I know, look, I'm real here. Like, I know sometimes we're rushing, we're busy, and we just forget to check. Don't forget to look up, make sure there's no power lines. I'll be honest with you, I had a near miss once with my ladder, and I caught a power line and it arced, put a hole in the ladder. Luckily I had double thermal gloves on because it was the first day of the autumn frost, and that's what saved my life. I was very lucky. That simple mistake, and I'll tell you what, it was on the biggest roof clean I ever done. I was rushing and I forgot to look up, and I've got 9 lives. I'm like a cat. I'm very, very lucky. Other people haven't been. So if you're starting out, just do a 360. Look around the house. Oh yeah, there's power lines there. Even trip hazards, all that sort of stuff is really important. You know how I go into videos about like using chemicals and I'm going down drains into lakes, all that sort of stuff you want to be doing when you're walking around doing a quote or turning up to the job. But yeah, these poles are fantastic. I can't wait to use these ones. There's nothing better than a fresh pole. These are going to be put to work. I might do a review in like 2 months and see how they're looking, see what's going on. But the one reason that I actually bought this is because these are non-spin. So the guys at Ultra Reach are very smart and have come up with a design where, especially if you're new, you won't know this, but they start to wear, and then as you're using the pole and you're scrubbing, the poles start to spin, and it's extremely annoying. especially when you're doing like 20 windows in a day and you keep having to muck about with a pole. So this is an awesome system where you have not got to worry about that. As long as you keep it clean, keep on top of it, like this pole will last forever. But yeah, great bit of kit. I've got two and I'm well happy with them. So yeah. Oh, and if you are starting out and you're getting a Waterford pole, try and go for carbon fibre like this one. It is absolutely, it just weighs pretty much nothing compared to the fiberglass ones. When I started out, I got a fiberglass one. Thought I'd be smart and try and save some money because it's expensive starting up a business, as we all know. And yeah, I lasted about 2 weeks and my shoulders couldn't hack it. So just go straight for carbon fibre, spend the extra money, and they're really reasonable price now. I think this was like 294. I might be wrong, but this was, I think, the 28 foot. Could be wrong again, but go on their website, Ultra Reach, really good bits of kit. Then I bought this beast, which is a backpack, battery powered chemical pump. Why did I get it? I got it because you've probably seen in my videos where I'm using the snow foam jet on roof cleans. We were finding it difficult because the pickup tube has to go in a bottle. Now when you're on a roof, trying to have a drum and the gun, and it's just not, I don't think, it's not the best way to be handling stuff safely. So we're trying to come up with a way to make it a bit more safer. It's fine when you're on the tower and stuff like that, but if you're up on the roof ladder with it, it gets a bit complicated. So we're like, why don't we get a backpack, drill a hole in the lid, put the pickup tube through that. So not only can we use it for that, we can also use it for putting down instant cleaner on the patios, because that's another issue. If you've got a confined space, small patio, snow foaming isn't ideal because it comes out at such a volume, it's a bit hard to manage. So, and not only that, you're going to save on chemical costs because you're not going to use as much. But I'm going to get it out of the box and then we can have a look, because I haven't seen this yet. So let's see what's going on. Mate, got everything. Well, there's your battery on the back. You know what? It actually literally doesn't weigh much at all, which I'm quite surprised, especially for like the lithium battery. Now I don't know if the D-Watt batteries go in these ones, but I'm going to try and get some aftermarket batteries because I can see that being annoying when that runs out in the middle of a job. So I'm sure Alibaba can sort us out some batteries. But yeah, so this was actually, I think it was on discount at the show. So I think I paid 120 plus VAT, or it might have been included. Probably a bit more on the website, I haven't got that to hand, but yeah, I'll let you know how I'll get on with this as well. I'm definitely going to put transparency stickers all over it. It comes with a charger, you've got your straps. I wouldn't use it for Waterford pole window cleaner, I don't think, because I've got the tanks, but you could do that as well. Now, the one I'm most excited to get to work is this. Oh. Over at the Marshall Pro stand, you know, the legend himself. And I was getting some brushes which are here, which are really, really good. I'll get into them in a minute. So my thinking was, when I'm cleaning render and stuff like that, we had a chemical box, I think from Window Clean Warehouse. It was really good. I absolutely ruined it. It did so much work. Eventually it became redundant. So I wanted something portable. I wanted something that didn't cost the earth. So if you're starting out, I made the mistake of thinking I needed all the bells and whistles, the most expensive kit. Just, you don't need it. Like, keep it simple. And I'll tell you why. The more simple the kit, the easier it is to fix. And I don't know about where you guys are, where you're watching. I'm down south near Brighton, and there's not really anyone around that can fix this stuff. That's within, you know, a sensible time, like half an hour. So I've learned that getting the simple kit, well, number one, it doesn't really go wrong, and number two, I can replace it myself. So this is a portable softwash pump with a bucket, and look how simple this is. You literally take the lid off and all the components are there. I can get to all of it really easily, and if anything fails, it's going to be so easy to sort out. And you literally plug a D-Watt battery in. So you don't even need like a leisure battery, literally just a D-Watt battery. I've got loads of them for gutter replacement. So yeah, I was just like, perfect. So this was 375 quid, and they made this in front of me at the show, which was pretty cool. I literally got to see them make it. I can't wait to put it to work, to be honest, but it's just going to be so much easier, and it's got a carry handle. So I can put my ratio in there of water to chemical, The idea was, it was more going to be for like render cleaning and putting solutions in to clean like conservatory roofs, because you want to like soften the algae up before you get to work, otherwise you're just working harder than you need to. This is what this is going to be doing, and it's 100 psi, so this does chuck out quite a volume of water, which is pretty cool. I've not used the pump this size, low pressure, so it'd be really interesting to see how much it chucks out. But yeah, brilliant bit of kit. I'll do a video on it when I finally use it. But this, like I say, this was 375 quid. Now I could have gone for one of the softwash trolleys. I nearly did at the show, and it was like, what, 900 quid? Do I need to spend 900 quid, or do I need to spend 375 quid for the same job? Does the same job, easier to fix and maintain. Like, you know, everyone's got a different way of doing things, different opinions, but I think keep it basic. You don't need to be spending crazy money. And I say this because I got a massive static system installed, a reverse osmosis system on it, bells and whistles, lights. Every time I had an issue, I had no one local that could fix it, so I had to send it up to like, I don't know, like Manchester way, and it was just a pain in the arse, if I'm honest. Like, I gotta make money, I got bills to pay. The van can't be coming off the road every so often for issues. And it was the same thing with the electric reels and stuff like that. So I just, yeah, time is money. Problems cost money. So keep it simple. And you can't get any more simple than this. And great design, by the way. One other thing about this pump, which is very handy. So, with roof cleaning. So in my business, like, we do an inspection. 6 months after your roof clean, we come back and check that the chemical has done its thing. Because you don't know straight away. It takes months for that algae to slowly disappear, and you'll find sometimes, especially on the corners of the roofs, they'll still be black with algae, and you don't want to have to set up the whole system just to treat like a tiny area. Something like this would be really ideal. There's another reason why I got it. So if I do go do an inspection and I'm like, oh yeah, the treatment's not worked on that bit for whatever reason, I can just whip this out in 2 minutes and get it done. Time is money. You know, set up the pressure washers 20 minutes, and then 20 minutes put it all away and fill up the drum. So yeah, something to think about. Just another good reason why this is an awesome piece of kit. This is actually going to save me probably half an hour doing an inspection, which is free, by the way. Yeah, we don't charge for it. It's all part of the service of quality control, because we don't know that it's done its thing until 6 months down the line. So it's only right we come and check up on it and make sure it's done what we said it would do and what the customer's paid for. Everyone has different opinions on it. That's how I do it, because if I pay for something, I'd want you to be coming back to make sure it's done what it said in the tin. Yeah, and of course, I eyed this up. This was 40 quid. This is a sleeve that can go around the bucket, so I can put all my utensils, spray nozzles, even little chemical bottles in this. I thought that was really tidy and a great idea. So that goes around the bucket, and I'll be shoving that on as well. Lovely stuff. What else we got? So I've got the Marshall Pro. I think these are the medium brushes. On his website, he's got tons of stuff. I'm saving up so I can get his air system eventually. And if you don't know what that's about, it saves you having to use a leaf blower basically to get the moss off the roof. At the moment, we have to get on the roof ladder and leaf blow the debris down, which is not ideal because not every roof is just two pitched. Some of them have a lot of angles. His system basically, in my opinion, eliminates the risk side of things. You don't need to do anything risky or put yourself in a position to try and blow it down, because you've got the jet of air coming out by the brush. But yeah, these are really good if you're getting into roof cleaning or thinking about it. Buy these. I think these were, correct me if I'm wrong, they might have been 40 quid each. So these will last me like 4 or 5 roof cleans each, and yeah, you can't go without them. You can do wire brush like from B&Q, but honestly, these go on the end of these poles, the blue poles I showed you, and you can get anywhere with them. So I highly recommend it. And you can obviously get the blade set. I'm actually going to do a video on the blade set, because Window Cleaning Warehouse really kindly sent us a free roof cleaning package, and I'm going to do a video on that. I haven't done it yet because I haven't done a roof clean that was appropriate for it. But yeah, they've sent us a whole bag of blades, brushes and all that awesome stuff. And thank you, Window Cleaning Warehouse. We really can't wait to do a video on that actually. Gutter poles. Now, everyone loves the carbon fibre. Everyone goes carbon fibre. I did, and I really did enjoy using them. But they're expensive. Yes, they're lightweight, but I just found they broke quite easily, and I don't know. I know it comes down to the individual that's using them, but having staff and that, they do get broken quite easily. They do need to be handled with care. So if you're like, especially if you've got a team, I just find getting the alley ones, they last way longer, slightly heavier, yes, but they're just so much better. Practically, these can be banged about quite a lot, and if they get blocked or get stuck together, you can give them a real bit of a oomph to separate them. Whereas the carbon fibre ones, yeah, I feel like they're just a bit vulnerable to snapping, splitting and stuff like that. And the couplings, I found them, they just wore out quite easily. These are couplings, your clamps. These are just, look at them, they're just so much easier to just pop off, pop on, and yeah, and it's all made of metal, so these last way longer rather than plastic. Everyone has a different preference though. Some people are all the bells and whistles, all carbon fibre. Like I say, nice and simple, makes sense. Like, especially if you're starting out, you don't need to be spending stupid money. I think these, I wanted to just buy the poles, but it turned out to be cheaper. I think it was like 298 quid for, what's this, 5 poles and the heads for the hoover, like this stuff. So if you're on a budget, you're starting out, this is ideal. You don't need £1,200 carbon fibre, not yet, if you are starting out. The only thing is, and obviously is a massive one, is electricity. They do conduct, so stay away from cables as best as you possibly can. Always do a risk assessment, because it is just not worth it. It takes 5 minutes. Just walk round, scan the gutter line, especially if there's solar panels. Now, another learning point, I did a gutter clearing job with my vac once in the pissing rain, and they had solar panels on the roof, and it must have come down to the installer, but I was getting a tickle off the rainwater in the gutter and then onto the pole. My gloves were soaking wet as well, so I have no word of a lie, I was getting a tickle off of it. And you could say, well, how could you even risk assess that? I guess you couldn't, and I didn't realise it was a risk, but now I know. If it's chucking it down and there's solar panels, just stay away from the gutters, especially if they've got 2-3 inches of water in them, because it's just raining so hard. Lesson learned. Luckily, nothing bad happened to me, but something else to be aware of. Solar panels in the pissing rain. Be careful. But yeah, I think that's it. I guess a little bit, what else happened over there? Well, I bumped into one guy, because quite a lot of you have been messaging me wanting advice, and I'm really keeping on the edge of doing some sort of training, like a little school where you can come to work with us or come down to the yard and we can talk about stuff, how I set up, how I market, how I got to where I am so far. I don't know everything. I'm making up as I go along in some respects, aren't we all, to be honest? I've got it to a certain point, and I know people I talk to are looking at me just like, how has he even done that? And I'd love to share it and just help other people grow and get there and save you that time. And I was talking to a guy, and he was wanting to come down from Manchester down to Brighton, and he was like, I will pay you for a week to let me come to work with you. I was like, well, you don't have to pay me, come down for a laugh, but it's if there's some of you out there interested, want me to put something together, then if there's enough interest, I'll do it. And I've made some friends at the expo that might be able to help me get a course put together, and just we could talk about the basics, like setting up, the HMRC side of things, the marketing, the customer care, and then the actual doing and cleaning of the business. What I think personally is probably the best road to go down, because not everyone, but a lot of people want to do all the services. Some people just want to do regular window cleaning, some people just want to do pressure washing or roof cleaning, and it's really trying to get to the bottom of what's best for you. I think that's it. Well, I'll do some shots and that using this kit. Thanks so much for watching. Like, subscribe. If you like the video, let me know, because it'd be good to know. And if you're interested, getting some training, just let me know in the comments, and I'll get on that as soon as possible. I'm a busy man. I'm going to do my best to get something put together if there's enough interest. And it'd just be really cool to meet some of you, make some new friends, and yeah, all win together. You know what I mean? So Anyway, if you've got this far, appreciate you watching. Take care, keep smiling, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers, guys.